Yo, what's up guys? So, I'm going to be updating the Vegito Assist module here, and we're going to be talking about the things that Vegito really wants and the best assist at doing that. If you see a character you like to use not on here, you can always test in the ways that I show you on how I figure things out, and just move from there. So the first thing, to me, most important, convert to success. Everything Vegito does kind of converts itself, with the exception of 2 through success. So you want to be able to get that fishing, because it defines as neutral, absolutely. And I would say the best, Krillin and TNB. These assists are incredible at converting to the success effortlessly. Honorable mentions. Vegito. His A assist can do some pretty solid conversions at a fixed timing, but it's not as flexible. Roshi B is fantastic, but you have to be at specific spacings for it to work. Frieza works well as S3.5. Janemba works now too, which is nice. We go along to Bardock B, certain conditions it works. GT actually, you can't confirm visually, easily, from like afar. It doesn't work out as well as you'd like it to. You got close up does really well, Piccolo does really well in certain situations. Majin Buu can do it, but against certain spacings. Jiren, honorable mention, definitely his A assist. But let's look at these two. Literally, who cares who I'm grabbing? So the first thing you want to do is you want to test like the round start distance and a little bit back. That's ridiculous. That's so easy. If I just jumped at a better timing. Very, very easy conversion. Both of these. Very, very good. And Krillin gets an even better mention. He's the best assist for this, because if they decide that they want to super dash. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I could do a double, probably. Okay. Why not? That's perfect. In most situations we are here, the rock is covering the super dash. If you just do this, you can get a conversion. So that's why I think rock is the best assist for this, because it's so easy to convert from just anywhere. Like if I IAD backdash here. I almost got that. Rock is a very, very, very strong assist for this. And there's very small windows of spacing where this goes wrong. And those windows, you can actually just straight beat Super Dash. So where you'd be vulnerable like here, gimme. So it's really nice. It's really nice that you can always just go float in for that pressure. That's why Krillin gets primo A+ rating on that. So let's go back. Let's look at the other things I want. Now, obviously, combos are going to be important. So, let's grab 2 tracking assists to the best, in my opinion, for his combos. Now, you do want tracking assists. They are very, very good. Because you're taking most of his situations where he would not get a sliding knockdown without spending meter, and even ones where he just really wouldn't. And a tracking assist allows you to, say, take this kind of thing. That into an actual sliding knockdown. So you actually can use 214L or X or whatever variant effectively. Also, Tien and Janemba both give different levels of combo extension that are really, really fucking valuable. Obviously, we have your standard outing. But what Tien and Janemba add is Tien's super fast tracking, which allows you to do some shit like this. Let me try that again. That's something that no assist can keep up with. Not to mention rejumps off that, which can be very, very powerful for his TOD routing. But Janemba actually has this. I just need to find the timing again. Which brings me to the Banshee dive. Janemba is good as hell because he can do the Banshee dive and he can do the tracking assist roll all in the same character. That's awesome. That's fantastic. But let's look at some of the best Banshee dive characters. Also, talking about assists that are tracking, special mention to Tohan C. Very, very good now. Very good for that. Gotenks, obviously, has always been a partner for Vegito fantastically. He brings a lot more solid blocks onto the table, and his assist actually does damage unlike Tien's. And a few other things. The character's fucking broken right now, so there's that. But you can use Gotenks. Piccolo and UI Goku in a fever dream of context, you can do it. It's fine. But let's look at the Banshee reach-up. Oh, I'm sorry, not the reach-up, the Banshee dive. So, Roshi B auto does it because he pulls him back down. It's fantastic. Roshi B, and I'd honestly say 21's really good at this, but the original is Blue Goku. So let me show you what the Banshee dive is. Roshi B is fantastic for Vegito mining. Like, it's a really, really good assist. So this is what Banshee Dive is. You get a 2M or a 5H. Blue Goku is really good because he gets that 2M very consistently. 21 does it, and Beerus does it as well. With smaller characters, you can't do the 5S too easily. Muscle memory needs to stop now. Very, very high damage. Keep corner. Keep all your meter gain. So, to illustrate what the timing is here, you are delaying the 5S until after the wall bounce a little bit. And as you can see, the advantage of using a full-on Banshee dive where you get the 2M is you get to keep that 5S in there with every character size. And yes, this is mid-screen as well. Omega lol. Might be a little weird on the extension there. But you can get like very, very strong damage off those extensions. You just gotta work in what your HSD looks like. So that's Banshee Dive. And that's pretty much like, those two are the combo things you worry about with Vegito. There's one variant to the Banshee Dive, the rejump, where the assist pops up, and I would say Trunks is a pretty good poster child for this. He pretty much was the one I originally figured it out on, and UI Goku does it amazingly. Special mention goes to GT Goku, still a very good partner for us, and still very good at covering our Banshee Blast to success in mid-screen. Conversion is a little more committal. Also, rocks. Rocks are absolutely incredible at this. Very, very consistent. Who else do we want to look at and mention? I haven't messed with Vegito too much recently. He might. Gohan just does not have the hit stun, unfortunately. It's just very, very hard to get that. Cooler A worked, but it was tight. And Broly. Broly and Frieza get the rejump. Cell could probably do it too. There's a lot more options with the rejump version because it's a lot more lenient with characters that have high hit stun and pop up. So let's actually look at UI and Krillin. Both are A assist. Now, unfortunately, you're going to have to spend meter after this extension, or use a tracking assist for the full-on extension. Remember, you have to delay. Get a little more. Okay. Apparently, I've been talking about this for a little while. Okay. I need to do this with Krillin. There we go. Very high damage. And rejumps are very valuable when you're doing sparking routing, or when you have a tracking assist that you're trying to end in and get even more extension. So those are good, and those are really important to have. While we're on these two assists, I want to move on to the next topic. If they get hit by a frame trap and you're doing my master Blockstring, you want the ability to convert while also setting up the mix. So, perfect example would be here. Nani? I meant that. I need to start with 2H because 2H itself was a frame trap. See how when I go for this, there's a timing, but I can go for this mix-up. I don't have to watch. Some assists you have to watch. Perfect example is that one. You can easily get that conversion. Just stop being retarded like me. Wow, I am shitting the bed here. Call this at the right timing, it works. I know I'm making mistakes here, but I promise this is actually really good. This is very, very good. You can see I'm just missing the timing. And you just 2H if you really cared. If it was like really that important. Yeah, see, there you go. Catching that frame trap, it's a super dash starter. What's important is that with UI, it really will be covered nice and clean to where if they get hit by that frame trap, they can be converted, but you can still go for that air dash mix-up OS, and you go for the mix-up, and if they get hit during the frame trap, you can just convert it. It's like, oh, I guess I got hit. And that's really valuable. One that's really good at that is Jiren. Jiren is very, very good at that. And Jiren also has the advantage that when you go for like this string, you can go for a IAD float, which I currently don't feel like doing, but Jiren will lock them down so you can actually float left-right pretty effectively. TNB also converts extremely well, effortlessly. other things we want to worry about. Assists that help him when he is in a defensive need. So your DP assists, all good, very, very good. He uses those well. He also used base QB very well because he gains the meter he needs to actually get those 2 touches. And again, Roshi B, very good for the point guard assist. But Vegito runs away very effectively, and base QB adds an actual like time clock to where if they were, say, super dash or 2 through success, you can level 3 them. The one thing I would say is that if you include base QB on your team, the game gets harder because you don't just have assist to just think in. You have to play Vegito really fundamentally, and you're missing a little bit more mix-up. That's the trade-off. So, with that said, what does Vegito himself bring to the table? Vegito, his assist is ridiculous. His A assist is major reason you play this character. Huge partner, I would say, UI Goku. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot one thing. Tick throw. If you have 25 frames or less, I think it was. Really, you want to do this with less than 20. But if you have a low Blockstring assist, you can do a tick throw with a Zao combo. UI Goku, because of how it hits multiple times, also allows this. If you have multiple hits, like a beam, you can also do this. But that's all Vegito wanted. Is he just wants like support in his block strings, he wants combo extensions, and he wants to convert to the success almost. That's a major, major, major thing. So let's talk about what does he bring to the table. That assist is nuts. It's so good. If I were to take characters, this is probably a really good couple examples. And let's bring Vegito assist behind it. So Vegito assist has 2 major functions aside from just neutral dash up. So let's call it 3 functions, really. 4? 4. Let's call it 4 functions. Function number 1. Neutral dash up. That's not Vegito. Neutral dash up. He covers your way in really nicely with dash block. And that's very valuable. That is indeed very, very valuable. Because if they try to interact with that assist being weak in any way, then if they try to super dash, you can just 2H. If they reflect, you ran in, 2M them after they with reflect. It's very, very dangerous to just try to cheese Vegito assist. And that is where number like 2 and 3 reasons come into play. Because he adds RPS to your team when you would normally just have a simple linear situation. If they just choose to just respect it, this is very obscure. This is very hard to see in. So you can get a nice little high-low, or you can mess with them a bit. The other side of that is staggers. If you're minus in some situations, or if you are kind of, if you are 2 minus to block, like, let's say, 5H, or whatever, Vegito comes in behind, boom. Also, Vegito is the trap assist. So, he comes behind you, he's very hard to hit. So, staggers, he's very good at supporting staggers. And that's very, very helpful. Another thing is if you have a grab auto combo that would normally be, oh, I fucking mashed too hard, oh no. Vegito comes in and supports them thinking that they can take their turn. That's very goddamn valuable. So we have staggers, we have ending strings badly, and creating traps, which Vegito is the best at making traps. Now here's the RPS that comes into play. This is a single hit. This is a single hit of Ki Blast. And because of that, they cannot reflect Vegito's block stun. They can reflect out of it, but they cannot reflect Vegito's hit. He does not hit a second time. Unlike Beerus, unlike Vegeta, unlike Janemba, everyone under the sun who does this. Vegito is a one hit. Like Team Gohan B, actually. Yeah, Team Gohan B. And similar usage. Vegito's a lot safer. And the hit stun's monstrous, which is going to be the last thing we cover, but I'll show you exactly why. So, Vegito's property means if they reflect out of it, if I, say, have them guard cancel reflect. What am I doing? My brain just went dumb. Time to explode. Because you can't reflect anything of his. So if you super dash or you reflect, you can get blown the fuck up. Team Gohan makes use of this incredibly well with the X-Legs. Incredible interaction there. And Team Gohan's an amazing partner for Vegito. They get a lot from each other. But what I wanted to show is Vegito extension snap. Vegito itself, the assist. Now, Vegito A has the pop-up, and it's not the best for certain extensions. If I were to show you an example here, it's good for UI, but it's not as easy. And GT Goku had this problem with Vegito as well. Oops. That was fun. But that's not actually terribly easy to hit. There's a delay there. Where if I were to call it a different assist, it's super fucking free. And Vegito B is more grounded, but you're really running Vegito for his A assist. If you have like super strong synergies across the board and Vegito uses an assist really well, like yeah, you can reasonably use B, you can reasonably use C. C actually is very, very good with Broly, Z Broly. Because you can do his charge, and C assist basically lets you function as 2 assists, kind of like how it does with Piccolo. But you can have a few weaker extensions that other like strike assists would make trivial. That's one thing to worry about. However, that's not a problem when you have other things you're extending. So what Vegito A lets you do is he takes basically things that require C assists to extend and allows you to extend them. So let's say UI Goku wants to extend his grab. And whatever. You know how UI Goku, whatever. Anyway. So he makes those extensions trivial. And what if you're Ki Blast fishing with like a character like Blue Goku? You would have to call a C assist to convert that normally. Vegito makes this trivial. Nothing to worry about here. Just know your actual hit stun, get the confirm, and call. He makes these extensions super easy, and you can often run up and do it. If you can't run up, you super dash. So, for example, if you want to extend this grab that Blue Goku has, now, you have a little bit of a sliding knockdown problem with Blue Goku, but some characters do not have that problem, like UI Goku. he's got the slide. So a lot of characters can get that slide, and that's not the case with Z Broly, unfortunately. Z Broly cannot be extended, but Blue Goku can. And this is a goddamn 17 frame per grab. That's the fact that you can extend that is on reaction. Oh, okay, got it. Okay, I see it. What am I doing here? UI has some, or Blue Goku has some things you can worry about. There's some things you can probably do. But the fact that you can actually get that extension is really, really good. Being able to extend Blue Goku's grab is awesome for Vegito. Now, let's look at characters that have a little bit more commitment on their stuff. Like, I can actually do the Videl thing. I'm just trying to do it right. Why's my brain being dumb? I could have sworn maybe it's the angle I'm coming in. Either way, really, really wide window to confirm UI. And they partner up really well for that reason. Now here's one of the best things, in my opinion. If you have a beam, Vegito can convert that. So if you do like this, and you got a normal combo here. Sorry about that. You can wait, you can go for this mix-up with like a lockdown assist. And when you call Vegito, you can honestly wait until you see, oh, did I even hit him with the Kamehameha? Just jump correctly. There you go. Stuff. So, Vegito lets you convert things that normally would be a little awkward as hell because of how much hits done in his angle. And it's really, really valuable to have that. And he also, in this kind of situation, where, say, they chose to guess right, you can take that -5 status, call Vegito as a trap, as you, like, shimmy in, or whatever. So, very valuable. Now, we're seeing how all of Vegito's stuff comes together. Let's go to character selection and talk about some of the best teams. Now, personally, the team that I'm running and I think is really goddamn worth it is this team right here. It supports all the strategies I want to run through. There's really goddamn good routing, really high damage, and a lot of the tech just works. There's tick throws on both sides. There's support like Tien when he does like IED backdash, falling Dodon Ray. Vegito converts that. Easy, pick up. It's a beam, it works, Vegito picks it up. You don't need a C assist. And of course, both UI and Tien are converting to the success in different contexts, and they're making my mix-ups work. They're setting up my stagger, and my routing is really high, really strong. I like this team a lot. What else would I want to recommend? Well, I think I've seen Wawa running this with like 16. This core can be very, very strong. You just want to support Krillin properly, and I ran it with like TNB, but that wasn't very good for the team as a whole. So maybe Janemba's good. Maybe you can make like a pickle. I don't actually have a perfect idea of how to complete this team. Maybe just do this. That might be fine. Honestly, Vegito uses beams well, like everyone does. That's gonna mean if you play Krillin, you kind of know how to like what he wants. Another solid option, if you combine these two, you can have a really solid neutral, and you could do something like this if you're like Omega Degenerate. This was fusions and bombs. This was a classic way to run this. Running with Go Tanks and maybe like a Bardock can be very, very strong. Lays a Metman team. Still good. Bardock uses Vegito incredibly well because his staggers are terrifying. He takes his turn over and over again, and you can convert Lariat, you can convert his Ki Blast. Everything fishing like Bardock synergizes very well with Vegito. And Bardock B is very good for those strings I mentioned before. Who else? I personally very much liked how this team ran. The DHC synergy was super clean. 2 through Success was well supported, and the damage really high. Gogeta, his Ki Blast or beams. Who better to support Beam Idiot than Vegito? Nice team. If Gogeta, he's on the fence of being really good. Gogeta feels really good, but I kind of want to have more mix-up characters. I want to have more options, and UI just felt better to put on that slot. This might be one of the best Vegito teams. Because Team Gohan and Baseku pair so well, and honestly, Vegito can use Baseku's assist block stun to like set up some solid stuff. Works well with Master Blockstring. Can jump float, This team will explode you. Utterly completely. As long as Team Gohan's alive, it explodes. I don't know how I feel about Vegito and Baseku when they're left with each other, and I think Team Gohan ties this team really well together. But Baseku uses Vegito assist way better than Vegito uses Baseku assist, so if you're in that core, I'd play Vegito last, actually. Which is kind of wild, but yeah, it's a very reasonable thing. Team Gohan C can convert 2 through Success neutral, by the way. So this team hits on all cylinders super fucking strong. And Baseku also has some dumb things that it does with Team Gohan C. So this is a very powerful team if you can utilize the C assist. And if you know how to play Team Gohan, get the mix, you get the RPS. Across the board, powerhouse of a team. I personally prefer the option to run UI because I think his neutral is more fun and interesting to me, and I like player mix-ups. Other things that we can do. Blue Goku. Whoopsie. Blue Goku. I showed you how well his neutral partners up. Very, very good partner for Vegito. His routing makes things great for Vegito. Huge damage across the board. The only reason I dropped this character is because loops. I didn't want to do loops. I'm not playing this game every day and practicing execution anymore. I want something that just works. But Blue Goku partners crazy well. This could be a very, very strong team. So, consider that. Also, this world is terrifying. I can see this being a very, very good team. Like, really good. Like, scary good. Huge damage across the board. Fantastic assists. Gotenks can probably make good use of Blue Goku A for his routing. because a lot of times he doesn't have a sliding knockdown, and Blue Goku can provide that. The damage on DHC might not be incredible, but these point characters with each other are doing so much damage in so many different combinations. It just all works so well. Like, these two characters make so good use of Vegito. Honorable mention of silliness. This team is annoying. This team is online. This team has so much hell. I'm sorry, let me correct that. This team is horrifying. There's just so much stuff on the screen at all times. Very strong. I'm not saying run Piccolo Anchor. I'd probably run Broly Anchor here. But very strong. The poster child of Ki Blast, Fission. Vegeta uses Vegito very well. Trap Assist on Trap Assist is really good. This could be a very strong team as well. Obviously, you run Vegeta in the Anchor, but like, I'm not trying to show you the slots you run this. I'm trying to say the combination of characters. Yamcha can also make pretty good use of Vegito, but not as well as other characters, I'd say. Cooler pairs really well. His beam can actually be converted by Vegito. Super Dash, super nice. The DP assist can be used. Cooler staggers and really appreciates Vegito backing up those staggers. No mix, but really good synergy. You probably want to have someone who has mix-up to back this up. There is probably a world where you run like a base coup here, or this probably could be really good. But I'm just kind of spitballing here. I would say the two strongest partners for Vegito are these two, but not together. If you want to build around like two of these characters with Vegito, fantastic. Incredible partner, just absolutely nuts. Blue Coup part, like top four. Roshi partners absurdly well as well. So your top 5 partners would be like Roshi, Krillin, Teen Gohan, UI Goku, Blue Goku. Blue Vegeta might have some stuff. I haven't tested that, honestly. Vegito just brings a lot to the table of a lot of characters, but what you really want is good Ki Blast Fish, Beam Fish that you want to convert with meterlessly, Command Grab conversion. That's why Blue Goku can be incredible with Vegito. Roshi can convert quite a few of his things using Vegito that would be uncomfortable otherwise, or you see assist or something wacky. So, that said, does anyone partner badly with Vegito? I can't think of a single character who would not want Vegito, aside from Ginyu. Because Ginyu wants someone to back him up while he's summoning. But even then, this can be really obnoxious if played right. Kefla can use him well. Majin Buu can Ki Blast Fish. Like, Vegito really just says, you want to play Dragon Ball FighterZ fundamentally neutral? I got your back. So he fits on every single team. The question is he like really strong in those situations? Sometimes there's a better option. Certainly. But he will bring something unique to the table that no other assist brings. He will bring a blockstring pressure that no other character will bring to the table, in allowing you to understand how your opponent will block. And I really gotta say, this is potentially very good. This is potentially an incredible team. I would not sleep on that. I would look into it if I really wanted to. But top tier, good shit. One thing worth noting, Kid Buu is absurdly good partner. Like, it offends me how good Kid Buu B is with this character. And if you run this, that's horrifying. Your routing with Vegito is extended super well. Your damage is enormous because you can Spirit Bomb combo. Kid Buu uses Vegito Assist really, really well in neutral. He has beams in, really good Ki Blast Fish that self-confirm. Really, really good character. Kid Buu is top tier as shit. So this, Team Gohan C, Baseku can bring a lot to the table for Vegito. Like a lot. And there are worlds where I could see running Vegito Anchor with these teams because of how much he brings to the table to the team versus how much he gets himself. As far as Vegito himself being Omega supported, I think this is one of the best things you can do, as well as Krillin. Krillin brings so much to the table for Vegeta. So, if you want to support him that way, you can use like those assists. But if you want to have two-way massive synergy, Blueku, Kid Buu, Roshi's really good. UI, oh my god, Team Gohan, almost a poster child, especially with the C assist now. It's so powerful. So those are like the type of Vegito teams that I would say. You want to have a goal. You want to have, was Vegito extending? Was Vegito baiting? How well did their DHC work? What is your Blockstring plan? What is your pressure plan? And how are you utilizing these strengths coming together? I still say Cell is really, really good with Vegito. Cell likes Vegito, Vegito likes Cell. You have really good stuff. And if Gotenks has mix, he's terrifying. I don't remember if we found if he has mix or not. But if Gotenks has mix and he has two of these assists behind him, that's fucking horrifying. It is. It's terrifying, honestly. So Subatomic Saber's team is still nuts. Gila. He runs Bardock and Yamcha with him. That's very low to the ground. Vegito himself isn't super supported, but Gila as a player is supported because Vegito gets to play his low to the ground, stagger, player matchup game plan, which I talk about player matchups in a video that I just uploaded. And these assists catch them flinching. It's not to extend Vegito damage super high, or to like super hardcore reinforce his neutral or mix-ups. This team works because it plays the player. Other notable Vegito players, I talk about Sub, I talk about Gila, Wawa I said is playing some wacky shit sometimes. The partnership between Base Goku and Vegito is very, very strong from Base Goku's perspective. You can get some decent mix-up float off of Base Goku's assist. And his B assist is also very powerful for Vegito if you play that kind of style. But remember, you're going to have to play very defensively. Kid Buu, paired with these two characters, can be morbidly terrifying. And that's what I'd pretty much say are the best Vegito teams, the styles of Vegito teams, what Vegito wants in assists, what Vegito brings to the table, and which I'd exactly highlight and say, this is really good shit. He fits on almost anyone, and he can use just about anyone for basic stuff, but it's like really good things that are like uniquely strong for him. I've highlighted those in pretty good detail now. So, bit of a long video, but that is the Vegito team building guide for Season 3, Patch 2, Roshi patch. I will always talk about this more. I will always add more things in team building. And just be on the lookout next season or next patch. I'll keep talking about this. Watch my stream. If I stream, I will bring these things up. And if you're like, hey, rate my Vegito team, I'll tell you exactly how you can run that shit. I'll tell you every strategy I can see. If you want to post in Vegito Discord, talk about your team building, ask, how can I think about how to improve this team, what resources, what set play, I'll build it. It's fun. Anyway, that's everything, and see you next time. Charmander out.